Cracking seals and taking dabs. Welcome back to Crack That Seal. Welcome back, gang. What a wonderful, wonderful year 2025 was in terms of hash. And boy, did we smoke a lot of it. In case you haven't watched our end of the year reviews, especially since last year's 2024 got taken down as our Instagram page got taken down and as we were working on our YouTube and all that kind of stuff. So 2024 we posted winners, but they kind of got lost in the shuffle, so you'll hear me talk a little bit about 2024, but today we are going to go over the top 10 list, not just one list. If you followed me for a while, you know at the end of the year we do 2 top 10 lists because we smoked so much hash throughout the year, there wouldn't be enough to fit on one list. So we have a Gas and Kush top 10 list, and then we have the everything else or other stuff top 10 list. So we're gonna sit here, we're gonna take a dab with you guys, we're gonna go over some of last year's standouts, and then we're gonna get right into our 2 different top 10, so our top 20 if you want to look at it like that. And of course we have to say this every year, but this is just off of our palate, and this is just off of things we've smoked. So there's plenty of companies we didn't even get to try this year. There's some companies we got to try more than others because obviously we work with some companies. So no bias here. This is all fun. We've been doing this for the last 5 years. Along with awards, we do the top 10. So right now you're going to be watching. We're going to take a dab and then we're going to get right into the Gas and Kush top 10. Of course, in 2024, we had some bangers. Let's take this dab, celebrate, and then we'll get right into the top 10 with you guys. We were going to make this a live show, but you know, Christmas, the New Year, life just happened. So regardless, we're doing the top 10 now. Thank you for watching. Cheers, guys. Let's get right into it. Gas and Kush top 10. Our favorite category of Terps, Gas and Kush, so we had to give it its own top 10. In case you missed me, posted on the page, in 2024, our number 1 gas strain was the Pho King from Kaya Extracts. Our number 2 gas strain was the Blue Dot from Joshua Gardens. Pho King was a real limey gas. You know how much we love the lime. The Blue Dot was like a real cookies dessert gas. And then the permanent marker was number 3 from Select Phenotype, the best permanent marker jar I've had from anyone. Those were the top 3 from 2024. 2025 top 10 Gas and Kush. Number 10, we're gonna go local. A jar, if you watch Monday Hash Live, you saw us rave about, you saw me rave about. We have the Otorro from Green Dot. I'm not gonna be able to remember all the crosses on all these because it's in my phone and my phone is recording me right now, so unfortunately I won't be able to list them all to you. But this was like a real New York City diesel. They listed the Terps as wasabi, and that's exactly what came through, a very wasabi sour gas. Really liked that jar. It was a standout of all of Arizona too. But speaking of Arizona, our favorite Arizona jar of the year, and the number 9 gas strain, the New York City Chem from Saguaro Solventless. Gassy as all hell, held the number 1 spot on Monday Hash Live for me and Hashington for a long time. I think it ended up in both of our top 3s for best local jars, and it was my number 1, so you know it had to make the top 10 gas list. And then at number 8, you had the Black Garlic from Moonman Melts. You know, you have to have at least one GMO strain in the gas list. This is gonna be it for me. Black Garlic from Moonman, one of the best GMOs I had all year. Obviously, it's not just GMO. A GMO and sourdough comes off like a really strong GMO though. In the number 7 spot, we had a jar slept on by many, and not many are gonna know this one, but the Terp Digger jar from Kaya Extracts. I wanna say it was a nitro fumes cross with some kind of black maple cross. Not many people got to try that jar. I took 2 of those jars for myself. It was such a fire gas jar and such kind of a surprising jar. So at number 7, we had the Terp Digger from Kaya. Number 6, we have our first Michigan appearance on the gas list, but it won't be the last. From Michigan, I have the Gassy Patch Kids from Swol. Of course, Swol was our 2024 favorite company, in case you didn't know that. Gassy Patch Kids from them was a real special one, real like gummy gas. Had some GMO aspects as far as the gas, but just a really like tasty candy gas, if you will. And then number 5, people heard me raving about this jar before this jar even dropped. I had high anticipation. The anticipation was met. Very cushy, a very me jar, not necessarily a jar that is gonna wow everyone, though I have seen it wowing a lot of people throughout Instagram and on the internet. We have the Red Hotz from Swol. Or my bad, Spin. That was Gassy Patch Kids. We have the Red Hotz from Spin Melts. One of the most anticipated jars for me, and it delivered. At number 4, you have the I-90 from Rising Trichomes, also known mostly by people as the Faceoff OG. The reason being, I-90 is a Faceoff OG back cross with OG Kush, if I'm not mistaken. But classically, Rising Trichomes does what they want on their jars, and they have really fancy jars. And on this one, it just says Faceoff OG. So a lot of people came to know this one around me as the Faceoff OG. It really comes off as a Faceoff OG. It really comes off as a just gas down your throat till the last drop of the jar, one of the gassiest jars I had all year, but also one of the most pleasant gases. So at number 4, you had the I-90 Rising Trichomes. Number 3, the man we just dabbed on camera, you have the Karmel Cutthroat from Wiz, also known as the Karmel Cutthroat Candy or the Cutthroat Candy. There was a lot of speculation on that. I remember at the time I did that review, a jar that just came out of nowhere for me. Wiz told me it was one of his current favorites. I took one of those from him, knowing he had good taste, and it ended up being one of my favorite gas jars of the year. Hard to remember all the specifics, and I do remember this being one of those classic jars that just kind of evolved over time. It had different moments and different style of terps as I went through the jar. But the one thing I would say mostly about that jar is it did lean into a dessert type jar, and it really did lean into at times a caramel type gas. Love that jar. That was the number 3. The number 2, we go back to Rising Trichomes. That's 2 of the top 4 from Rising Trichomes, and their collab with Mendoza Farms, the OGZ. Now, unbeknownst to me, my dumb ass, I think I had said this in the video, I think this whole time I had been, OZK, OGZ. I didn't know it's 2 different strains, like, not even reading the letters, just kind of assuming there's only 1 3-letter. But anyways, having said that, this is kind of my introduction to the OGZ, and it's from Mendoza Farms, some of the most hype in the game, and our boys Rising Trichomes. That jar surprised me, and it ended up being one of my favorite OG jars of the year. Obviously, it had Skittles on top of it, but the Kush really shines through, and the Z is more of an accent or plays well off the OG, however you want to say it. That was a recent one, so maybe there's some recency bias there, but I really love that jar, and it was one of my favorite jars of the year, easily. Leading us to the number 1 spot, a jar I know not many of you are going to know. I didn't even know the significance of this jar at the time, but funny that I loved it so much, and funny that it resonated with me all the way till the end of the year. We have in the number 1 spot, out of Maine, I think I'm saying this right, we have the Deez Nutz jar from a company, Deez. So this is one of the ones we scored from Resin Mania, the first Resin Mania. We're out scouring jars, trying new companies. This one caught our attention. It's a Spritzer Pido cross. And Deez is a Cuban grower student. I got to preview the jar with my nose, and my nose was like, whoa, I don't know this company, but I have to have this jar. Took it home for a crack that seal, ended up loving the jar, giving it a high, a low 9, but one of my highest scores of the year, 9.2, 9.3, something of that nature. Come to find out, that same jar, unbeknownst to me, actually did very, very well at Ego Clash. I'm gonna mess it up, but it either got 2nd or 3rd place. It won People's Choice, or something significant. It placed very high at Ego Clash, we'll say. And it's just a jar I remember. And it also is another jar like the Karmel Cutthroat. It's a jar that did evolve. It had different stages, but overall, a very unique gassy spritzer. It ended up leaning more gas throughout the jar, but when it in its prime of the spritzer gas, it was just amazing. Very loud, mouth coating type terps. Loved it was a company we didn't know, so it surprised us, and it was a cross and a strain that we didn't know. 2 strains we love, but that doesn't, you always gotta find the one, and boy did he find the one. Funny ass name, but our number 1 gas Kush strain of the year is Deez Nutz from Deez out of Maine. Make sure you watch the Everything Else Top 10. That'll be coming next, so make sure you guys watch that. I got a whole nother top 10 for you guys. It's not gas and not Kush.